Hello everybody! My name's Link and a very happy new year to everyone. I hope you had an amazing time during the New Year's filled with good food and good drinks. And if not, why not sit down with me and see if there are any good animes to keep an eye on. And also, it's really windy outside, so my apologies if you hear like clanking or thudding against the windows. I'm pretty sure we can spend the New Year's paragliding with the wind we have outside. And I would just like to note, before we get into the meat of it, I would just like to say that we're only checking the animes out. Think of it as a more baby version of my first impression series, where I will literally give up my first impressions before even waiting for the free episodes. So I can guarantee that every single anime we're gonna check out today will get its own dedicated video later. So without further ado, I'm here on livechart.me on the winter 2022 anime season and we're already off to a great start. Kimetsu no Yaiba Yuukaku-hen by Ufotable. I mean, is there anything for me to say about this though? I feel like if you don't know Kimetsu no Yaiba, you just don't like it. And I will say though, Kimetsu no Yaiba is one of those rare anime where it got me to read the manga after the first season. So I pretty much know what will happen here, and I believe, I've read up to the final chapter. Because I know what the ending is, like the spin-off ending that I won't tell y'all because it's a spoiler. But I'm pretty sure I was reading up until the final battle. We really couldn't have started off with a better anime for 2022. But okay, if you are somehow living under a rock and didn't know that Kimetsu no Yaiba got its second season after its hit movie, then let's read the synopsis. Tanjiro and his friends accompany the Hashira Tengen Uzui to an entertainment district where Tengen's female ninja agents were gathering information on a demon before they suddenly disappeared. In order to investigate, Tanjiro and the others disguise themselves as women and sneak in. As they close in on their target, the demon reaches out for the courtesans of the district. And I will say though, as a manga reader, this is the first time I can actually feel confident in feeling like I know what's going to happen. I feel like I should make an entire video of what I think of Kimetsu no Yaiba as a whole, like including the manga, and how the story kind of got wonky by the near end. And I feel like I can pinpoint that exact moment here at the yuukaku-hen, or the Red Light District Red Light District arc. Because I feel like I don't think this is a spoiler to say, but the Red Light District arc is when arcs just suddenly started taking 20, 30, more than 50 chapters to complete. So I feel like this will just be a shorter 12 episode series, if not longer, because like I said, at the start of the Red Light District arc, the arc started feeling like they could last for miles. So I'd be interested to see how they handle that. I mean, I've already seen the first 4 episodes by the time of recording this. And what else can I say? It's Ufotable. Though, one thing I would like to point out though, I saw an interesting tweet yesterday, and it was basically saying to screw originality and just embrace what you want to create. And I feel like it's also apt because my last video was also about Blue Period, where I feel like I hinted at something like this, but I never really dug any deeper into it. But basically, what I was saying in that part of the video is that when you're genuine about creating something, and when you're clearly having fun when creating it, it doesn't have to be the most original thing in the world. When your genuine passion leaks through into your work, other people will appreciate it. And I feel like that's what made Kimetsu no Yaiba so great. Because if we're completely honest, demon slayers, vampiric demons that only come out of the night, and like a trio that has unique skills and breath styles and whatever, and they're working for an organization, fighting an evil organization, that's not the most original thing. And I can't say that the characters are all that complex either. But what they are is that they're very genuine and just nice characters. They're simple but well executed. And I feel like Kimetsu no Yaiba is just that very rare case where it's a genuine story but then got picked up by an incredibly talented studio. Because I can just imagine like a story like this getting picked up by lesser known, I mean not lesser known or not lesser skilled either, but less what would you call them? Less polished. Let's just say that, less polished studios like Studio Piero or JC Staff, those kind of studios. And if they were the one who picked up Kimetsu no Yaiba, I feel like no one would even talk about it, or it'll fizzle out after the first season. So Kimetsu no Yaiba is just an incredibly lucky case where the story writing and the characters are good but nothing outstanding, if not for the sole reason that they're great because you can feel the genuine and actual passion the author had when making the story, and then it got amplified by an amazing studio like Ufotable. Okay, that's all I have to say for Kimetsu no Yaiba. There's nothing I can say that hasn't been said like a million times already. Oh man, it's only the second anime and people are already gonna get mad at me. I have not watched Shingeki no Kyojin. I mean, listen, I watched the first season in entirety. That I know for sure. But I know that I dropped off somewhere. I don't know if it was in season 2 or season 3. And I feel like I'm not a unique case in that. People who have sung Kimetsu no Yaiba and people who have sung Shingeki no Kyojin high praises have also admitted that there was a low point between the good seasons. I feel like it was season 2 maybe, where it got way more political than just being that kind of situation. And it is a thing with me where I believe that the expectations is like gonna be 50% of your enjoyment when watching a new show. So after the first season, I was just expecting those big titans and those action-packed scenes again, but then it got more political and that just wasn't what I came for. I know people are saying that it gets so much better and people are crying to the high heavens about the final season, but to get to the final season I have to get past the boring bits. Like, I'm not saying Attack on Titan is bad. If anything, it's my fault because I was expecting the wrong thing. I probably will pick it up after the final season is over because this is part 2. But doing that also requires me to spend an exorbitant amount of time just sitting through all the episodes when I have to make videos here on my channel, or else the algorithm will kill me. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Okay. Going down the list further is... Oh. Okay, I will say this anime doesn't actually interest me, but it's just a thing where I know it by name. Because during a D&D session, yes, I'm one of those nerds, this thing was brought up and they kind of say it was pretty interesting, and I can see why. Because it's basically like a wholesome harem. No, not wholesome. People still want to get fucked. But like the main character is like stupidly loyal to his probably dead childhood friend, and then basically the entire world, which is like 99% females, just want to throw themselves at him so they can have babies or whatever. I can say it's interesting, but yeah, I'm definitely not gonna watch it. You degenerates enjoy though. そのビスクドールは恋をする. Okay, this one I found interesting. This one again was like brought to my attention by a friend. And I will say, if I just looked at the tags, I would have probably snoozed on it. But then I saw the seinen tag, and that did catch my interest, yes. It's done by Cloverworks though, and listen, I know a lot of people might have been mad because of some past mistakes, as we'd call it. And I never looked into the reason why the other big shonen anime they were doing turned out the way it is, and why they made decisions like that. And while the other anime that had a very prominent theme of yellow ended like that, I feel like that was just mismanagement. It happens a lot, and you have to admit though, every single episode of that anime that shall not be named looked like it belonged into a movie. So in that end, I feel like they made artistic choices that sacrificed the story, which in the end did kind of bite them in the ass, because I will admit, by the end, it was still looking kind of jank. Like, jank for their standards and how they opened it up. If you compare the first episode with the last episode, yeah, there's clearly a decline. But if you compare the last episode to any other mediocre anime out there, it still blew them out of the water. So, with that, I feel like this series has the best chance in being good in the hands of Cloverworks, because since it's based off a manga, it has a ton of, well, I can't say a ton, but probably a good handful or a good chunk of material they can work with. Since it looks like they'll be animating it from the beginning, I feel like they can't afford to skim out or change stuff around like they did with the other anime that will not be named. Because one, they should have learned their lesson, and two, it just doesn't make sense in general. It's the beginning. They're introducing the story that no one else in the anime only sphere would know about. Enough of that rambling that isn't about the show. Let's hear the synopsis. High schooler Wakana Gojo cares about one thing: making Hina dolls. With nobody to share his obsession, he has trouble finding friends or even holding conversation. But after the school's most popular girl, Marin Kitagawa, reveals a secret of her own, he discovers a new purpose for his sewing skills. Together, they make her cosplay dreams come true. And okay, I will admit, that sounds incredibly cute. Because here's my expectations already. I would kind of find it interesting if they touch upon how, because Hina dolls are those traditional looking dolls, right? So he'd probably only know how to do kimonos and the traditional kind of clothing. But with cosplay and based on the PV, if I'm to assume, right, that what she's wearing was made by him, or she will ask him to make similar kinds of clothing as that, then it will have him learn like how to expand his horizon. One thing I am worried though, it's obvious like the girl has a very strong personality in comparison to his meek side. And I will say, I am not a fan of those animes where the girl bullies the other guy, the pathetic and kind of meek and quiet guy. Like Nagatoro, sorry, I don't remember your name. I never checked it out. And probably the one with the big boobs that set Twitter on fire, her, because they kind of annoy me, I won't lie. And I'm not discounting what she could do. I'm all for an extroverted girl kind of bringing out the shy one out of his shell. But I just hope it doesn't come to the point of like borderline exploitation. At the very least, we can know that it'll look good. Because like it or not, Cloverworks makes amazing looking anime. Up next, we have Vanitas no Cartas Second Cure! Yes! Was anyone else surprised when it happened around episode 11 and episode 12, I believe. If you did watch the first season. Up to this point, I have completely stopped reading the manga. I have no idea what's gonna happen next or what's gonna happen in this series. So I don't know what to expect, but I did see some of the trailers, the short PVs, and what can I say? It looks like it's more goodies. And with more goodies also comes more pain. If you want to know what I'm talking about, I have a video talking at length about the one thing I hate about this series. So be sure to check it out. But if you're new here or you haven't checked this series out, I highly recommend it. It's done by Studio Bones, so you at least know it's gonna look good. And it's made by one of my favorite manga authors, and yes, that is coming from me who doesn't read manga. So, what more can I say? Next up on the list is Koroshiai, an action josei romance anime. Done by Platinum Vision. Do I know an anime they have made? They made Servamp! Never mind! Fuck! They also did Sayuki Reload Blast? What the fuck? What? Servamp and Sayuki Reload Blast by the same? I mean, I guess, yeah, sure, it's maybe just the art style. Okay, never mind, we're talking about Koroshiai. I'll leave that dilemma for the future me to ponder over. I haven't read of this title before, so let's read the synopsis. Two assassins faced off at a certain workplace. The cool bounty hunter Shatu and the mysterious and powerful Ryangha. Shatu and Ryangha become enemies after this fight. At least, they should have. But for some reason, Ryangha takes a liking to Shatu and begins following her around. Little by little, Shatu develops a cooperative partnership with Ryangha, which gets her caught up in the struggle against the organization hunting him down. Well, fuck. Get a man and he brings all his troubles with him. Furthermore, that battle is related to her past as well. Oh, okay, never mind. Why did Ryangha approach Shatu? What is Shatu's secret past? Two mismatched assassins weave together a twisted assassin-ex-assassin thriller. The strange gears of fate begin to move. Oh, it's a thriller too! They should have added that in the text then! That would have instantly gotten my attention. But, ooh, okay. So it's kind of coming off of like Mr. and Mrs. Smith vibe, which is one of my favorite tropes, to be honest. A couple of badasses like just working together. Though it looks like it's more of a begrudging kind of partnership here. I'm assuming the guy is Ryangha. The guy at the very front of this promotional image, and he does not look like the friendly and romantic type. So I'm trying to weigh this now. Like, I don't know how I feel about the guy just yet. I watched a bit of its trailer and he kinda looks like an ass. Like, there's a guy that's a bit of a bad boy that you wanna get with, even though he teases you a lot or something, some shit like that. But this guy, he doesn't seem pleasant to be with. It will depend though, because I am curious if it is a thriller version of a Mr. and Mrs. Smith, a thriller or darker version of that. It does pique my interest. I feel like I really need to watch it to know if the guy would make or break the show for me. Again, first impressions, I have no idea how they'll actually play out or what their actual chemistry is. The summary doesn't really give off much as well. Sounds like just the first few chapters of the manga. So we will see. Definitely checking this anime out. Up next is Orient. Kind of a sus name, but we're gonna ignore that. Okay, I have heard of this anime before because the author of this manga is the same author that made Magi, The Labyrinth of Magic. And my friend group absolutely loves that anime. They love it so much to the point that I am so sorry to say I still haven't finished the first season. Like, from what I have watched of the Maggie anime, it's not that bad. It's pretty good at some places. It's just that it's missing just that hype. I feel like it's that thing where something big will happen later and that will be like the hook that just sticks me to the series. But I haven't gotten there yet. So, since I haven't finished the first work, I am going to jump into the next work. An action fantasy shonen which does kind of sound similar to Maggie. And by ACGT Studios. Let's see, do they have anything I have watched before? Kino no Tabi, The Beautiful World. Oh, that's the old one though. I've only watched the newer. They made Kire Papa. They made Kire Papa. I don't know why I found that funny. That's nothing funny at all. But they made Kire Papa. Okay, so I don't. Well, aside from Kira Papa, I haven't watched any of their other works. Okay, so let's read what the synopsis is about. When unidentified creatures known as Kishin suddenly appear in Japan, all of the most famous military leaders were killed in battle, and the end of the world seemed close at hand. Now, 150 years later, so it wasn't that close, demons still rule the world, and only the band of Bushi continues to fight for freedom. Musashi and Kojiro, out of admiration for these brave fighters, strive to form the strongest band of Bushi in this classic battle action story of friends passionately chasing a dream. Oh wait, so is it Japanese themed this time? Because they're using like Aladdin and Alibaba in Maggie. And Musashi and Kojiro, are these like the famous ones? The famous Kojiro? Okay, yeah, so it's basically a high fantasy Japan with demons. Interesting. I'm into that. I will say though, I'm kind of like a sucker for these kind of shonen battle types. Like, I will roll my eyes when they use the power of friendship to defeat a big monster, but hey, it's fun to watch and it's exciting, even if I know that there's nary a chance that they could lose because they're the main protagonists, which could be contested in this anime. Because I heard a lot from my friends that the author's writing is really good, like really emotional, and has an expansive world building, and just really has a talented hand in stringing up scenarios and story beats, so it might not be what I'm expecting. Definitely checking this anime out though. Okay, the next interesting anime I see is Subikui Bisco. An action-adventure fantasy done by Oz Studio, which this is their first anime. Okay, interesting. It's based off a light novel, so there's no way I've heard of it before. I can barely read the picture books known as manga. Do you think I'd actually be able to go for the actual book type? Okay, let's read the synopsis. I have no idea what this anime is about. His powerful bow pierces the rust of destruction. Ooh, nice hook. To save the people he loves, a thrilling adventure and action story. I see. Set in a future Japan. Oh, okay, so it's another like alternate fantasy Japan, where everything has rusted away, and the rust wind threatens to wipe out humanity. The whole world is now a desert, and the protagonist, Bisco Akaboshi, uses his bow and special mushrooms as a mushroom protector. Oh my god, I love that title for you, dude. A noble thief who causes chaos all across Japan to save his dying master. Bisco goes on a journey to seek out the special healing mushroom. You and your mushrooms, my dude. Have you tried other herbs? Called a rust eater. In Imihama, he meets Milo? Shit, now I want Milo. Milo Nekoyanagi? Oh my god, he's a cat boy. Milo Nekoyanagi, his new partner, and heads out on a crazy adventure. The Saitama Iron Desert stands in their way, along with a town made from the remains of one of the weapons that destroyed civilization, and an abandoned underground subway line where giant octopuses live. With Milo's genius and Bisco's arrows, they're ready to face any danger, and then they're faced with the evil plots of a wicked prefecture governor. You had me on the first line, but then you just kind of lost me by the end there, my dude. Like, I'm still pretty impressed and very curious by how expansive the story is gonna seem, and they're like throwing in some government intrigues here and there, but they probably could have written something better. But yeah, sounds interesting. I like that he's an archer. I like it, but also wonder if they can expand upon it, because you know, if you played any game where there's an archer, they aren't usually given the most flashiest of styles, unless you're Genshin Impact, where every archer does a backflip and a half every time they do their auto attack. Then yeah, okay, sure, I can see that. That can seem interesting. And an archer though, that's definitely a breath of fresh air from all the sword wielding heroes we have. Let me check out the trailers real quick, because like I said, this is the studio's first anime. Oh. Yeah, I can definitely see some of the scuff. What the fuck? Oh my god, that's disgusting. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. That trailer was good. I was disgusted and intrigued. Okay, yeah, I can definitely see some unpolished and just the lack of resources. But you know what? This reminds me of another anime I love. It was called Drifters. I don't know if anyone's heard of that, but I love that anime, and it kind of gives off the same vibe, except of like a generic fantasy world. It's like a dystopian. Would I call it steampunk? No, not really. Kinda ish. Oh, okay, I'm interested in that. I don't have the highest hope for its like animation quality, but I feel like the story could actually carry it. Okay, the next anime I've seen on the list is Barao no Soretsu. Oh ho ho ho! An action drama historical shoujo supernatural. I did not know it was supernatural anime. Okay, basically from that reaction, I feel like you guys can already tell I know a bit about Barao no Soretsu. And boy, am I scared for this anime to come out. Okay, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Before I go any deeper, let's read the synopsis so we're all on the same page. Richard, the ambitious third son of the House of York, believes he is cursed, damned from birth to eternal darkness. But is it truly fate that sets him on the path of personal destruction, or his own tormented longings? Based on an early draft of Shakespeare's Richard III, this dark fantasy finds the man who could be king standing between worlds, between classes, between good and evil. Okay, so just from that, I feel like that was super interesting. Not to mention a supernatural Shakespearean romance. Well, it doesn't say romance, but a shoujo? It got me intrigued. So intrigued, in fact, that I looked a little deeper and find out some more things. Okay, just to be clear though, I am not acting like this because I am uncomfortable. I'm acting like this because I am scared of how people are going to take this anime. Because I honestly have the highest of hopes for it. Because I feel like this might be a spoiler, so cover your ears if you're uncomfortable with it. After reading that summary, you want to go into this blind and click to this timestamp to skip. But I feel like if you're into it, it needs to be said. Because my fucking god, can fandoms be so fucking annoying and lack the reading comprehensions. Okay, I'm calm, I am calm. First of all, Richard is not what he first seems. He is intersex. And with that knowledge, just be aware that the story might go some dark places. I'm not saying anything was committed. I don't know that far. I don't know if anything dark was committed. I know something terrible happens to another character. But just realize what you are getting into. And keep your mind open for what the story is trying to tell and why the things that are about to happen in this anime are gonna happen. I am actually super excited for this anime because we rarely get to see any interpretations like this. And not just on an intersex character, but an intersex character in a dark supernatural historical fantasy. And I don't want people getting mad at it because something bad happens to the character when that was basically in the cards of where the story wants to go. I'm already waiting for this anime to like blow up Twitter and like whatever, and people like throw accusations and tank this entire series because they lack the reading comprehension, to give the series a chance to look a little deeper from what you're actually seeing on the screen and understand why it's there and what it's for. Okay, I don't want to linger on this kind of dark mood for too long. On to the next show. Ooh! Sasaki Tomiya no. Interesting. Done by Studio Dean. They seem to be the only studio that consistently makes BL anime. Okay, so let's read the synopsis. It all started like a typical old school. It all started like a typical old boys schools? Okay, sorry, fuck. I can't read that. It all started like a typical old boys. Fucking shit, I can't read. It all started like a typical old school boys love plotline. Bad boy senior meets adorably awkward underclassmen. One of them falls in love, and so on and so forth. But although Miyano is a self-proclaimed boys love expert, he hasn't quite realized he's in one himself. It did be like that, huh? Which means it's up to Sasaki to make sure their story has a happily ever after. Okay, interesting. When I read like it's an old school boys love plotline, I was wondering if they were like going to be self-aware and make this a parody of a boys love plotline, like they say. I actually haven't checked out any of the PB. Give me one sec, guys. Oh my god, it's such a bottom. Okay, fine. Yeah, I get it. I get it. I know what this anime is gonna be like now. Oh, that song is beautiful though. Who sang it? I didn't see. Watch that seem like the last episode. Okay, yeah. So it is just basically a cute, feel-good, slightly rom-com kind of shonen. And yeah, sure. I mean, there's barely any shonen ai that comes out, so I'm definitely checking this out. I don't know if I'll make a video out of it because it sounds so generic. I won't lie. I'm gonna watch it and I'm gonna like it, but I don't know if there's anything interesting actually. They're just both cute, they're just both in love. They're both quirky little dudes. What can I say? Nah, but I guess if I need anything to unwind with any of the high tension kind of shows, I can watch that and feel like love isn't dead after all. Okay, we still have quite a bit to go on. I won't bore you guys with me racking my brain to force my brain to think about something good to say about this anime, because it is what it is. You get what you get. It's a cute anime that's cute about two boys in love. The end. They might kiss at the end of the series. Who knows? Hold hands, maybe. What? What? I didn't fucking. Wait, what? I didn't know. There's another Sayuki anime this season? What? Okay, okay. London films though. Okay, Sayuki Reload.
NANI?!
My fucking god, they made. Made to ruin my day. Okay, anyway. Sayuki is those kind of like niche but long. No, not really long. But they just have a lot of episodes and a lot of series. They've been around for the longest time, and I've watched since the Genso Modern Sayuki series. I can't say I've been loyal and watched every single one of them, but I do have a good grasp on the story. Also because they kind of like soft rebooted it at one point as well. I don't know. I'll need to look it up. I'll probably make a video on the history of Sayuki if I make a Sayuki Reload Zeroin video. But actually, where does this series take place again? Let's read the synopsis. Once, the land of Togenkyo was a peaceful land where humans and yokai lived together. Then, however, men appeared who tried to revive Gyumo, the great yokai who was slain by the war god Natoko Taishi and buried in Hoto Castle 500 years ago, by using a forbidden combination of chemistry and magic. The negative energy waves this created spread across Togenkyo, causing the yokai to go insane and attack humanity. To save the land, Kanzeon Bosatsu orders Son Goku, Genjo Sazno? Website, you have a typo. That should be Sanzo. Shagojo and Cho Hakai to go west. The four set out on a journey to stop the experiment to revive Gyumo. On the way, they meet Hazel Grouse, who employs strange magic that uses yokai souls to revive the dead, and his follower, Gato. The two of them join the party, and Ikoku Zanzo, a man they have a long history with, approaches in the shadows. Unforgettable characters, intense personal drama, and awesome action in a story about the bonds between four men. You could probably phrase that better, but also it is the best phrasing. This is basically like a shonen anime of Journey to the West. If you haven't already gotten it from Son Goku and Sanzo. I don't know if Sha, Gojo, and Cho Hakai were a character. They probably are. I'm sorry, I don't know Journey to the West. But yeah, from that summary, it looks like it could be potentially a whole new arc? Question mark? Could be. Unless it was animated in the old version and I just completely forgot. I feel like it's new though. I haven't heard of it at all. yeah, so like I was saying, Sayuki has a long history with a very turbulent and a lot of pauses in history, but it has history, which kind of makes jumping into it kind of confusing. Oh shit. Anyway, I am back. Now where was I? The next anime we'll be talking about is Tokyo Niju Yonku. I'm sorry, I don't know what that means. Tags to be decided. Or I'm assuming that's what TBD is. But I feel like I have heard of this title before. Like, I'm almost confident I've seen a controversy about it before I've even seen the trailer. But Cloverworks again though, not gonna lie, with how the other one, the doll one, looked, I'm wondering if this one is the unloved child for this season. Interesting. Oh yeah, this is definitely it. I know this one, I know this one. I haven't actually seen any of its PV. Ooh, funky looking eyes, bruh. Okay, let me just check the first PV. Ishikawa? I can't see his name. I can't see his name. I can't see his name. Ah! Stop going there! I can't see the name! Okay, for those who don't know, my phone is covering part of the screen and the name tags are appearing right at where my phone is, so it's gonna cover. I can't read. What? Oh. Oof. Jesus. Survives to the Prophet? Those guys? Ooh, okay. What the fuck is wrong with you? Tokyo 24 Ward. Okay. Interesting. Okay, it does actually look good. Like, compared to the first anime, it definitely seems like they gave more attention to the doll anime instead of this one. But I'm not saying it's bad. Like I said, if you compare Cloverworks works with each other, you can definitely see discrepancies. But if you compare them against other studios, Cloverworks almost always comes out on top. Like, the only thing that could be better than them could possibly Kyoto Animation, some of Bones' more artistic work. You can read that how you would like. But I will say though, I really didn't understand much of what was going on. It was just like showing off what some of the characters are like. I didn't get anything about the plot. But also because I was too busy listening to the song by the same people who did a Banana Fish song, so sorry. My mind can only overfocus on one thing. So let's read the synopsis about that. Far Eastern Special You can't just throw in a word like that at the beginning! The Far Eastern Special Administrative Region, also known as the 24th Ward, is a man-made island that sits in Tokyo Bay. Shuta, Ran, and Koki were born and raised on the island. Their family backgrounds, preferences, and personalities are completely different, but they are childhood friends who have always stuck together. However, one incident changed their relationship forever. A year afterward, the three friends are reunited by chance at a memorial service held for the incident. So was it one other person they knew? All three of their phones suddenly ring simultaneously. Their friend, who is supposed to be dead, see, I'm right, is calling and demands that they make a decision about the future. The three friends do what they believe is best to protect the 24th Ward and its inhabitants. Oh, okay. So that definitely makes sense with what they were screaming about in the trailer. Interesting. While it's still not that clear to me, like, what the end goal and what the point and how they would all meld together, or work against each other would work or would appear for this anime series. Its individual pieces are definitely interesting. It is kinda giving me sassy vibes though that it doesn't have any tags yet, when it's gonna air in like a few days. If not already after, depending on when this video comes up. That said though, my interest is definitely peaked. Next one on the line is Futsal Boys. Aren't futsals? It's a sports anime by Dia Media. The same people that did like Handa-kun, but I don't think it would be like common. It'll be like comedy like that though. At least it doesn't give me those vibes. If you can't even add anything outside of sports in its tags. Futsal? Am I thinking of something else? Because I feel like I've heard futsal before, but it has nothing to do with sports. Okay, let's just fucking read a synopsis. Maybe it means something different? It has been more than 10 years since futsal became a worldwide boom. Many star players were born in Japan, and everyone from children to adults have been enthusiastic about the sports. When watching the finals of the U18 World Cup, Haru Yamato is attracted by the play of Tokinari Tennoji, one of the players to represent Japan, and starts playing futsal with a wish to become a player like him. He meets a group of friends at the Koyo Academy's futsal club that he joins, then starts playing to achieve his dreams. Oh my god, that's the most generic anime synopsis I have ever read. Oh my god. At one point I was gonna say like, oh, so they're gonna like copy Haikyuu, because how Haru, I almost called him fucking Haru, no! How Hinata got inspired by seeing the Little Giant on TV. But oh my god, I would kind of wish that this summary ended it there, because he meets a group of friends at Koyo University Jones and starts playing to achieve his dreams. That is the most fucking generic thing I have ever read. That is every goddamn sports anime in the last season. Okay, maybe I'm being too judgmental about it. Maybe the summary was just written really badly. Let's check out its trailers, because I am seeing one in the art at least looks pretty. Let me just check one of other Studio Media's works, because I know Handa-kun was amazing, and it didn't have like any major art problems, but also it wasn't that demanding animation wise for Handa-kun, which is usually the case when you're doing a sports anime, because there's a lot of movements and camera angles. Was that an actual cut, or were they making it stylish? Cause that looked roughed. Oh, okay, wow, okay, interesting. Kissa, is that you? Oh my god. This is a trailer and it's already looking a bit rough. Are you good? How is this different from just soccer? Oh my god, that looked like the most generic thing I have ever seen. And like no shade to the media of it. They look like they were playing in the stage, which okay, it might be the case because it did say that the sports take the world by storm, so maybe that could just be the beginning. But if that was the end and like should have been the finale, wait, that would have been rough, dude. But also at the same time, if it's the first game and it looks like that doesn't inspire much hope either. Let's just double dip with another trailer. That looked like so actually painfully generic. Excuse me? Was that part of his words? Were you just supposed to? Were you just meant to fly? Oh my god, it sounds so generic. Oh my god, there's a Kageyama too. Such a good shot I saw wasn't even an animated cut. It was a still image, no fucking wonder. Ah no. I mean, we are getting to the lower point of the list though, I guess, but come on. My model doesn't have the capabilities of showing it, but it was just squinting and then biting my lip and just doing the most pained expression ever. They're gunning for the most mediocrity award with the most generic themes ever. I might actually just check it out and make a video saying how much I hate. What the fuck? I just saw something. Oh my god. Hey, is it? Actually, yeah, sure. Since we're on the topic of just agonizing over super generic sports anime, I'm seeing another one here that's pretty close to it. That's Rayman's Club, and there's a shuttlecock here, so basically badminton. And it is nothing else but also sports tag. Jesus. This is like my fucking bane. Other people hate harem or other people hate isekais. Fucking generic sports anime is my bane of existence. Because the bane of my existence is because I will actually check them out. Because there's that hope in me that it might be good. Like, I kinda struck gold earlier this year, or I guess last year, depending on when this video comes up, with Shakunetsu no Comedy. I'm kinda sad I didn't make a full video of it, but that was one of the few good sports anime that I've liked in recent seasons. You can check out the video. I'll put it in that I button, wherever. I'm trying to motion with it with my head. It's there. Click on it. It's coming up now. It's gonna come out in 20-ish days, but it only has 1 PV. Okay, let's check it out. Just to get it out of the way. And it's made by Linden Films. We've already talked about them this video. Wait, is he like a referee or like a teacher or something? Oh, is it a friend? Teacher? Oh my god, that coach. Ooh. Ooh, okay. Oh, okay. I can get into it. Is that a dead friend or something? Aibo. So it is a friend. Oh. Oh my god. The sexual tension. Oh my mic. No, I hit my mic. Sorry. The sexual tension there. Oh my god. Oh, what the fuck? This is actually interesting. That actually looks hype. I mean, like, there's possibility that it'll actually fall into like mediocrity as well, but at least that delivered something. It was hype and intense. Unlike the other one, it was just basically the most boring shit ever. Okay. I might like Rayman's Club. There's nothing saving it. Like, at this moment, I'm thinking it's at least like Bakuten or Skate Leading Stars kind of quality, where it's good, it's exciting, but nothing over the top like what Shakunetsu Comedy did. But at least it looks fun. What the fuck? Another Linden Films? I mean, there probably could have been more. Like, yeah, fucking Sayuki. Linden Films, what is wrong with you? You have like a handful of animes already out for this season. Are you good? Did the Tokyo Revengers money go to your head? Wait, what? Okay, so the other anime that caught my eye is this one, Tribe 9. And I don't know, I feel like I've heard of it before. But also I could be completely wrong because those are just very two generic words. They just stuck together. I got interested because I looked into their trailer list and music videos? Is it like a game? I mean, it says Media Mix Project, but... Oh, I remember now. It's the fucking Danganronpa artist. Yeah, I've heard of it, but I didn't know much more about it. Aside from the Danganronpa artist doing another series, I guess? Oh, let's find out what it's about together. The synopsis is: in Neo-Tokyo, disillusioned youths from tribes that battle each other in an intense sports called extreme baseball. Fucking baseball in the music videos? What the hell is going on? One night, two kids, Haru Shiragane and Taiga, meet the strongest man in the world, Shun Kamiya. Isn't that like the VTuber? The Filipino VTuber? Together, the three join forces to play this cutthroat game against a mysterious man who has begun taking control of all the tribes. Can they defeat him before it's too late? Okay, once again, it doesn't tell me much. It honestly just made me more confused because I'm led here to believe that this is like a Hypnosis Mic kind of scenario where they have rap battles, but then it's baseball apparently, but we have music videos. So which is it? Anime? Let's watch a PV. Oh man, I just can't see these characters as anything aside of Danganronpa because of the style. Ooh? Protect the boy toy? What the fuck? I was expecting there's actual murder happening here. If that's the bad. Oh, what the fuck was that? I thought this was baseball. Okay. Do I get it? Kinda? This is definitely one of the uglier Linden Films shows. This isn't. The thing with a PV is that it shows the best shots you have to sell your show. But those shots just they look like they belong into the mid part of the series where the artists are all getting burnt out. Let's check out a music video. I am kinda curious because I feel like I didn't get any music vibes from that, aside from of course the banging soundtrack, but everyone else has those. This is like proper songs. Are this the voice actor singing? Oh shit, that sounds not bad though. Is that a bra? Bro, this isn't bad. What the fuck? Where did the music videos come from then? I'll tell you what though. If they have a dance battle in between the very deadly baseball battles they're gonna have, I wouldn't be surprised. That sounds like something a Danganronpa artist would get into. Okay, interesting. Like, I am not impressed in it. The premise is obscure enough where it definitely got me interested. But like at this point, I feel like it's already setting up to be for me to be disappointed with its execution. And also that fucking Tokyo Ghoul motherfucker looking at the back. Oh man, I will have to check it out. I am incredibly curious. What the fuck? It's giving off cryptid energy. Like you kinda know what it's about. Like you wanna know the lore and the story behind it, but at the same time, do you really? We're nearing the end. I feel like this could be the last, if not one of the last anime we're gonna talk about. AN 831 or Hachihaki Sanju Ichi? Oh shit! It doesn't have any trailers yet. And Craftar? I haven't heard of it. Could I have possibly watched one of its shows? No. Nope. They do like obscure children's shows. Interesting. What is this? Oh, it's a TV special. Kinda look interesting. It doesn't have any tags. And the synopsis is, in the present day, the world is in turmoil due to an unpreceded disaster. A young man living in Tokyo, Suzushiro, has a secret he cannot tell anyone. That secret is that he can stop the time around him despite his thoughts. Sorry. One day, he meets a girl named Nazuna, who has the same power. When he learns that she is being used in crime, he impulsively reaches out to help her. Oh, that sounds super interesting. What the fuck? Oh man, that's... What a mystery. It doesn't have any tags. I can't check out any of its trailers. All we have is that really interesting summary and this eye-catching graphics, which, by the way, that is how you make a graphic promotional video. Professional picture. Jesus Christ me. Oh man, I'll keep an eye out for that one. And this is just me being thorough, but let us look at the all section of live chart. I doubt there's anything for me to cover here, but oh man, just seeing its freaking name caused me to choke. When will we get in Japan? We love Jujutsu Kaisen too, give it. But yeah, like if I couldn't say anything about Kimetsu no Yaiba, there's very little. Like I said, I could say about the Jujutsu Kaisen movie. I just want it. I want it in my mouth now. I want to eat it. Give it, give it, give it. Is this a movie? Kamiyarizuki no Kodomo. Interesting. A fucking London films. You're gonna work your people to death. I mean, it's already fantasy where Japanese people believing the gods dwell in various things. That's like already one of my favorite tropes. There are guards of the water, wood, and even gods to keep us safe from the virus. Where are those gods right now? Your god is. Every October, thousands of gods leave their places of residence to gather in the Izuma region to have a conference. And I feel like the god that protects us from the virus fell asleep and is there for like 2 years already. As such, October is also called Kamiyari month, only in the Izuma region, which means the month with gods, and Kanizuki in every other region, which means the month without gods. Ooh! Okay. This is a story of a 12-year-old girl, Kanna, born to be a descendant of the gods. Oh? Her family has a mission to deliver offerings from all over Japan to the gods' gathering place in Izumo. Although Kanna's mother was to complete the mission, her passing prompted Kanna to finish the rest, hoping she could reunite with her dead mother in the gods' land at the end of her journey. Oh! That's interesting. Ooh, and it's on Netflix too. Interesting. Okay, this is definitely hitting my funny bones. I like these. Like a fantasy and the gods living amongst the humans. Those are just... mwah! I love this kind of stories. So keep an eye out for that. And... oh, theatrical release. No, that's all I have to say for that then. Whew! Okay, I feel like that was a lot that I covered. And it looks like 2022 is already off to a good start. But man, the starts of the years are always so chock full with amazing anime to cover. And that's it for this one, everybody. If you feel like I missed any anime that you think I should be covering or checking out this season, feel free to comment down below. Check out my other videos where I cover other seasonal animes or anime you might not have heard of. Are they hidden gems or do they deserve to fall into obscurity? Let's find out together. And as always, don't forget to leave a thumbs up if you liked the video and consider subscribing for all things read and anime. Bye bye!